So, it happened. I met my demise in Path of Exile hardcore mode. I know what you're gonna say, McScoob, you dumb bitch. I told us so. I fucking told us so. I know. I'm a loser. I'm a failure. And I'm the worst player in the history of... Oh my god. I'm okay. It was sooner than I hoped, but what did I expect? I knew nothing of the game and was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. The community was gracious enough to offer some advice during our adventures, so I'm grateful for that. But like the inevitability of a turd hitting toilet water, I was slapped by a boss that I almost had. Yep, I got Dark Soul. It was a damn shame because I felt we were doing so well. Act 1, which you could watch here if you haven't done so already, was a hell of a start. Washed up ashore to a new world of hopelessness, despair, and vile creatures around every corner. We met the Titty Maiden and her golden tit girls and slain her before our honor was compromised, for a paladin's virginity is never broken. We then meandered into Act 2 where we were greeted by monkeys, more half-naked Unga Bungas, and these weird plant things with machine guns. Spooper caves and booby traps, it was no match for our resolve. We were destroying everything in our path, including savages trying to deal with us in exchange for peace amongst the jungle. But what those primate bastards didn't know is that we don't negotiate with terrorists. After a while, a darkness came upon the land. It was our duty to find out where it came from and slay whoever was responsible for it. Chasing the darkness led us to the top of a pyramid. And at the top of this pyramid, you ask? An abomination. A cretin. A slimy, no-good tentacle nightmare straight from hentai films I totally do not watch or know about. Aliens are real, my friends. And in this wretched realm, there is no Will Smith to have our backs. We sacked up and got to work, dodging falling debris, laser beams, and tentacles that had penetrative intent. We fought valiantly and overcome. We came. In our glory, we marched straight into Act 3, our heads held up high and feeling on top of the world. Our resistances were capped, our health pool was sufficient, and our damage annihilated, especially since we Mickey Moused our way through the passive skill tree. We felt confident, capable, but little did we know that our demise was nigh. As with the previous embargoes, we had no clue what was going on. We followed a quest marker, we slayed some demons, we went through some sewers, we destroyed a butthole, and ended up to what looked like a siege on a palace. The further up we went, the darker it became. We began noticing a pattern here. We were suddenly in a great hall with rivers of blood and eviscerated tentacle boob maidens. But our honor did not falter, no matter how much we wanted to sneak a squeeze. We struck them down and ascended this nightmarish scene. It began pouring rain. The weight and pressure of what lurked at the top became too much to bear. We steadied our trembling hands and tightened our grip on our weapon and our ass, and held our shield strong as we finally made it to the tippy top of the tower. We were greeted by an onslaught of villains as we began our dance of steel, intertwined with the weeping sky. A dance of death. We cut them down with extreme prejudice and burned them to ashes with our righteous fire. The primeval sent his generals to bring us down, but, they died just the same. Enough was enough. I spilled their blood, and it was time for the big cheese to meet us head-on in mortal combat. In his furious rage, he unleashed all his black magic without relent. We stayed on the move, knowing that if we stopped, it would mean our death. Little by little, our health went down, and in due time, he was slain. But it wasn't over. Oh, no. Far from it. The Grand began to devour what was left of his corpse, and in exchange, a foul beast rose from his remains, towering over 12 feet high, evil radiating like a burning star, and the sky began to weep in crimson. It was a Slayer music video with no happy ending. It was at this point that fear began to take hold. The blood rain seared our skin as we did our best to survive the unsurmountable onslaught. Although we were overwhelmed, we still managed to trade blows. Through the chaos, the monster's rage became stronger while our constitution began to wither away. The blood seeped into our pores, making our insides sting and our vision dim. But we kept moving. Potion after potion, we fought to remain topped off, but we knew it was over. The pain was too much. It was suffocating. I'm afraid that We reached the end. We were mere seconds from victory, but in our panic and fear we failed to see the sigil. A sigil that appeared whenever the blood would rain the heaviest. If we would have set foot there, we would have still have kept our hardcore title intact. And so I died, and Dominus was a sliver away from death. This Diablo 2 veteran learned a valuable lesson that night. Path of Exile is one mean, unforgiving motherfucker. And you know what? I liked it.